everybody, welcome. It's Nini Nakazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please make sure to smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell, and guys, do you know that I stream on Twitch? Head over to Twitch, and if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay, guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is Shachimu, and Shachimu, also known as Shachi, is an American, Japanese, Canadian artist and animator on YouTube. So why are we talking about Shachi? Just to give you some context, Shachimu injured her voice at Hololive when she worked under the VTuber name Mumei. Shachimu has been streaming art in the last few months, but rarely she speaks on stream. So Shachimu did appear as a guest in Nimi Nightmare's anniversary concert over the weekend. So this, as you can see here, this is on Nimi Nightmare's YouTube channel, and you can see here on the right, Shachi was the pink whale. So here's an update from Shachimu in regards to her voice starting to get a little bit better. So this is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit, posted by Is Shadow Gamer, saying Shachi's voice/throat is fine. So this is the YouTube video, so let's take a look here. So this is posted on Average VTuber Enjoyer's YouTube channel. So it says here, Shachimu addresses her voice condition after her appearance on Nimi's stream. So let's take a listen. Okay. So then Shachi says, oops, hello, hi, thank you for saying nice things about my singing. So it says, thank you. Okay, and then it says here, I saw lots of nice comments on my feed, thank you. I saw some other stuff, and real quick, want to make it clear. My throat/voice is fine. I don't have issues with it right now. Please stop spreading. I actively do. It makes me feel bad. And it says, thank you. I appreciate people's sentiment, but OMG, getting comments like, quote, I can hear she has voice problems when I don't right now, laughing my ass off. A grouchy face. It's kind of funny, indirect insult, LOL. It's okay. I know peeps don't mean anything bad. Usually if they do, I don't care. I care more. People meaning well think I can't talk or am struggling. All good here. And then there's like a smiley face. I just like no mic streams for drawing. Drawing plus talking equals barely any one of them. I'd rather draw right now. I get really distracted. Streaming myself drawing pushes me to draw more too. Even when I use mic, I'm mostly gonna be quiet. Okay, thank you for reading all that. I've been enjoying streaming so far, and I'm surprised so many people come to hang. Thank you for being respectful and fun to stream/draw in front of. It's overall been a nice experience for me. I really appreciate y'all being so kind and around. Thank you. All right, now that we looked at the video, let's see what some of the people on Reddit are saying. So the OP says, Shachi has made a statement that her voice/throat is fine now, and she would like people to not spread otherwise. She also explains why she doesn't talk in her drawing streams. All right, so this is Rain Forecast, and Rain says, you guys realize it's fine now because she isn't using it to record songs/voice packs/stream for regular hours, right? Firebrand says, if I recall, it was never Shachi's voice being damaged per se, but the persistent cough that occurs from Shachi using it frequently enough served as a severe stressor, whether she had to deal with it on stream. I mean, she wouldn't have otherwise. Thin General says, I'd say as well, fine now doesn't mean it can't get messed up again really easily. Squallfin says, I mean, by now it's obvious she is okay, but consider the following. When she left, she was sick on her throat, and it was one of the reasons she gave. Second, when she, quote, came back, she chose not to use her mic. Obviously, people will speculate, but in her own words, everything is fine, and you have been following her stream. She made it clear, even if she decides to use the mic again, but we'll talk to a minimum. So anyways, guys, long story short, it looks like Shachi's voice is fine, and it looks like she is using it sparingly because she chooses to more so focus on the drawing than on the voice aspect of her streams, and that is totally fine. Anyways, guys, just make sure to, if you are a fan of Shachi, just make sure to go support her. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is UQ Wilson, and UQ Wilson is a male virtual YouTuber affiliated with Nijisanji EN's 8th Wave Crisis. So why are we talking about Wilson? Well, guys, this is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit. This is posted by Digital Espresso. It says, Wilson's absence from District V. You can see here, this is a screenshot of the statement saying, some don't know about this, but I have a problem with my heart. Sometimes my heart starts going really, really fast, but after a while, it stopped. But a few days ago, it kept going. I started coughing blood and had a lot of shortness of breath. I was in the hospital. It was scary, but I'm good now. I have medicine. Thumbs up. Okay, so the OP says, essentially, he almost had a heart attack, which is effing scary. I hope he's doing better now. So then this is the post on X that has a video. So let's take a listen.
A few days ago, I was chilling in my room on my phone, excited for GTA. Maybe some of you guys know this. Maybe some of you guys don't. I have a problem with my heart, and I've had that for a long time now. And sometimes what will happen with my heart is it will start going really fast for a little while. Most of the time it's for a little while. So it will kickstart and start beating really fast. It can be sudden. It could be me getting up too fast. It could be me turning around too fast. It could be me getting really scared suddenly, or basically it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. And usually what happens is I calm down, you know, I do breathing exercises, and then eventually it goes back to normal. And I'm like, phew, that was close. It doesn't happen very often. It happens like maybe once every few months or so. But what happened a few days ago was different. It didn't stop. It kept going. And I was starting to freak out. And when I freak out, my heart beats faster. And when my heart beats faster, I have a harder time to breathe. And when I have a harder time to breathe, my heart beats faster because I'm more freaked out and so on, right? It wouldn't go away. It got pretty bad. I started coughing blood. And when I started coughing blood and I had a lot of shortness of breath, I was like, I'm getting an ambulance. I was in the hospital, guys. And it was really scary. You know, I was in the emergency care and I was there for a few days. And if you want the reason I've been gone, that's why. Basically, my heart, according to my doc, it went up to 196. If you guys don't know, 200 is like heart attack territory for someone my age. So 196 is crazy. I was, guys, that might have been GG. You know, they kept a close eye on me to make sure I was chilling and I was okay.
So anyways, guys, obviously that is a very terrifying thing to happen. He was very close to having a heart attack. But it's like, ooh, very, very scary stuff. So let's see what some people on Reddit are saying. Toxic Corgi says, Jesus, that's terrible. It's a good thing he was able to make it to a hospital before it got worse. Australian Battle Dog says, heart issues are effing scary. The worst part of those arrhythmia issues is sometimes it creates a feedback loop. Wishing him well. Garat says, wow, that is terrifying. I was concerned as to why he was absent from District V for so long when he was essentially one of the organizers. But seeing this now, ... I hope he gets better. It's scary to even hear about. I can't even imagine how it must be to go through all that. Panda says he also had to be defibrillated because it was almost GG for him. Muge says, yikes, I hate heart issues. I hope everything is all right with him. Hopeful Instant says, for more context, he just moved to Japan not too long ago, so all this is happening to you in a new country. It must have hit hard. Anyways, guys, so if you are a fan of Wilson, just make sure to go send him some love because obviously that is a very scary thing to happen. Hopefully he is now on the mend. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Clio, and Clio is an Irish-Australian female VTuber. Clio became a member of Face Connect, debuting as part of the Invaders Quest. And this is Headace, and Headace is a digital artist. And this is Puppy, and Puppy is an illustrator. So why are we talking about Clio, Headace, and Puppy? Well, guys, this is posted on Headace's X account. This was posted on February 16th, 2026 at around 5:54 p.m. And Headace says hashtag Clio art. So you can see here, there's a beautiful piece of art here. However, some people thought that this was AI generated and it caused a bit of a fight. So this is posted by Puppy. So this is a deleted post, but it has been backed up. So Puppy says, I was suspicious, but the complete change of line quality on the union from the beanie and the hair, especially the hair strands where AI always gets inconsistent ... Yeah, this is AI. So from this tweet, there is a flurry of other tweets. So this is posted by Puppy, and Puppy says, I don't usually do this post, but I saw that they had a raffle and commissions for live 2D models, and that's a high chance for a scam. So yeah, I should raise an alarm. So then Hermit Render says, you are an idiot. Those artifacts you claim that are from AI are literally just artifacts from using transform on nearest neighbor mode. So then Clio from Face Connect said, thank you, Puppy, for the clarification. And then Puppy says, always a pleasure to be helpful. However, people were saying, no, this actually is not AI. So this is Katya, and Katya says, man, this really isn't it. That could so have easily been a human-made mistake in Clip Studio, and the art has genuinely no other telltale signs. Don't jump to accuse of AI usage so venomously. If this is the level of nitpick, then every real artist under the sun will have flaws that stick out just as badly. Be an adult and DM them with your concerns instead of trying to witch hunt. So then Katya continues to say, to further substantiate that I don't feel as if I'm totally talking out of my ass here, I don't like seeing potential false flags, even if their account feels new and like a red flag. We don't know if they've been around for a while and just got nuked and re-uploading old stuff, or ESL, or any other matter of things. It passes the artifacting test at the very least. Some crunch off Twitter compression is normal, but AI, when it generates white backgrounds, usually leaves nasty stuff everywhere, typically. So you can see here, this is the art that's been passed through, and it looks like it is not AI. So then PP Slayer says, I checked their account. The art style is consistent across all drawings. They use similar textures, which Clip Studio paint tools, and are some very believable whips posted. I'm not denying that AI is probably super advanced right now, but accusing over something as inconclusive as a wonky line is kind of insane. But an artist at that level wouldn't make that mistake. Yeah, they would, because it's not really a mistake. It's being a bit lazy to save time. I do it consistently, crying face. If I look deeper, I can see small white gaps in their hair edges, which happen from using a fill tool. And that hair strand with the pixelated edge was 100% drawn in brown first, then they duplicated it, filled it with black underneath, and used the line thickness effect, which is what causes that very uniform but kind of pixelated line. So Blair VT says, looks like a border border layer plus liquefy tool with an anti-aliasing turned off, which would create the pixelated look when doing adjustments. Artists are human. We can make mistakes or forget to clean up an area too. Crying face. And then Websake says 100k artist casually smearing a random 1k artist on the TL. Don't do this without conclusive evidence. You're clearly not skilled enough to back up this level of evil maxing. This is kind of like the art that's kind of been taken apart. So it says here, overall, all shapes and lines are consistent, every brush and stroke identifiable, all artifacting familiar to any artist with a lick of experience. So then Puppy have to backtrack their statement on February 22nd, 2026 at around 10:04 p.m. And Puppy says, hello. After a lot of thinking and watching you guys pointing out the way this might have been human work in very different ways, I'm actually convinced I made a huge, insane mistake with my initial claim. I already apologized with the artist and I want to apologize to you all. It was very abrupt and frankly stupid thing to jump into conclusion without proper, more solid proof. I felt secure enough on the claim and just kind of wanted to help raise awareness to something I thought was a bad thing, but it ended up hurting people that didn't deserve it. I will delete the OP, but leave this for a bit. I'll keep focusing on my work and refrain from making mistakes like this in the future. Thanks for being patient with me. Puppy continues to say, please show them the support they deserve. Their art is really good. And again, sorry for the whole mess. And then Clio also, after Puppy made the statement, Clio also made a statement as well saying, I will apologize as well for jumping the gun. I'm not knowledgeable when it comes to art, but I am weary of accidentally supporting AI made art. Please do not send any nastiness towards Puppy, as that does not help the situation any further. Mistakes can be made, but anger and vitriol does not help. I hope we can move on and continue to support human art. Anyways, guys, so it is harder and harder to identify AI art. However, supporting human artists is always the way to go. So it was a good thing that the community was able to rally around this artist, and Puppy and Clio also made statements kind of clarifying their stance on that. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought of this art. Did you think it was AI on a first glance, or could you tell it was human drawn? Let me know in the comments. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Chroma Shift, and Chroma Shift, formerly known as Idol Corp, is a VTuber agency owned by FTW Entertainment. Their mission statement is bringing an entire solar system of talent and creativity. And within Chroma Shift, there is a talent named Chikafugi Lisa, and Chikafugi Lisa is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber and V-singer who is affiliated with Chroma Shift's Generation Encore. So why are we talking about Chroma Shift and Lisa? So just to give you some context here, this was posted on Lisa's X account on January 7th, 2026 at around 9:21 p.m. And it says here, announcement. Hi everyone. Over nearly 5 years, I put my whole heart into my craft, creating, learning, supporting others. It's been and has continued to be such an important part of my life. I'm grateful for the things I've been able to experience thus far, and in the past 2 years, I've been with Idol/Brave Group/Chroma Shift. My life has changed significantly in the time I was a part of Chroma Shift. I've had the chance to learn so much about myself and essentially what I want to achieve with what I create. Recently, I took a step back and reevaluated. Where do I truly see myself going? I care deeply about my passions and the effort I put into them, but am I really where I want to be? I began to feel that where I am and what I yearn for weren't aligning. Rather than staying in a position where that feeling grows, I decided to take ownership of my path and continue in a direction that I choose. With that being said, from March 2026 onward, I will be continuing my activities independently as Chikafugi Lisa. It was through all the love I received that I continued on for so long. Making this decision was painful, but necessary. I wish the people I work with the absolute best in everything they do. With this new chapter, I plan to work my hardest to continue achieving amazing things, and I can't wait for you all to share the experience with me. To my sheeple, thank you for your love, your encouragement, and your belief in me. Not only as your favorite, worst nightmare sheep, but as the girl behind the screen. Your support has mattered more than I can express. Without you, I wouldn't have had the courage to take this step. I'm looking ahead with confidence. I hope you'll stay with me for what comes next. Thank you always, with love, Lisa. So it looks like Lisa is going to be continuing in her content creation, but it looks like she is going to be stepping away and becoming an independent. So anyways, guys, so in regards to that, March is fastly approaching. So Lisa posted on her X account saying, farewell, Chroma Shift. See you all on the flip side. I'm not graduating, LOL. My stream will be held on February 26th at 4 p.m. PT and 7 p.m. ET. If you'd like to participate in my kudo board to commemorate my time, please feel free to post here. So you can see here. So if you click here, this is the waiting room for when Lisa leaves Chroma Shift. And then if you click on this link here, this is the kudo board, so you can wish her the best going forward. Anyways, guys, if you are a fan of Lisa, just know that she is going to be continuing, just not with Chroma Shift. When VTuber leaves a corpo and becomes independent, that is when they need your support the most. So if you are a fan of Lisa, please make sure to go support her after she graduates from Chroma Shift. But it looks like she is continuing on as Lisa. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Lycan, and Lycan is a Swedish VTuber. So why are we talking about Lycan? Well, guys, looks like Lycan is going to be graduating. So this is posted on Lycan's X account on February 24th, 2026 at around 4:35 a.m. And Lycan says, I can finally make my own graduation post OMG. So it says here, important announcement. I'm officially ceasing all content creation activities as of February 28th, 2026. I have been VTubing since 2019 and have had some of the most fun years of my life during this journey. However, I've never been able to put 100% of myself into content creation due to unfortunate life obstacles. Every time I felt like I had become stable enough to finally start over and become consistent, life found new ways to hit me. The cyberware waifu brand I built for myself kept breaking down after every failed attempt at coming back. Not only does this cycle hurt me, but it hurts the people I care about as well. This character, as much as I cherish it, has become tied to memories that are heavy and difficult for me. There's too much negative association attached with this design for me to keep embodying it in a healthy way. I plan to still be active on Twitter, do commissions, and continue my ongoing work within the VTubing community, so I will be creating a new character for fun to represent my online identity. Don't be surprised if you see me wearing a new face in the future. Thank you for the opportunities, the memories, and for being there for when I needed it the most. You helped shape who I am today. It's not goodbye, it's see you around, Lycan. So anyway, guys, it looks like Lycan is going to be discontinuing as Lycan, but coming back as someone else. So this is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit posted by Danganronpa saying, VTuber Lycan announces graduation and it ends with see you around. So let's see what some people on Reddit are saying. Diego says, sir, another graduation on February 20th has been announced. Geno says, I remember a time when PLs of Hollow Justice graduated within weeks of each other. HoloFest is coming up in 2 weeks. Announcements might happen. And Tellurian says, is it Hollow 5 EN graduation season? Ark says, doesn't seem like they're going to join an agency. They said they're making a new character for fun. I can't imagine anyone saying that if they were joining an agency. Plus, if this person is going to be doing commissions, that would be harder with the demanding schedule of an agency. To me, it looks like someone who just wants to start fresh, which is totally fair. So anyways, guys, so if you are a fan of Lycan, just know that she is going to be stopping all activities on February 28th. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's it in the VTuber Newsy news. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're not able to watch me on Twitch, that is no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber Plays that backs up all of my gameplay, and I probably play through some of your favorites, and I just finished Parasite Eve. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye! Don't fall for crazy. Listen. Here's what happens. Here's what happens to your life, okay? Here's what happens to your life. Should you decide, things are fun for a while, right? So say, for example, you are a guy, and you're like, oh, man, that lady's so crazy. Oh, yeah. There's something about her that's just so crazy. I just can't get enough. It's like candy. She's like candy. It's like I need this crazy woman in my life. And then she's like blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, oh yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about, right? And crazy women are fun. Let's have on a mountain. And you're like, yeah, I've never done it on a mountain before. And then you're like, oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, right? Weird shit happens, and it's fun. And you're like, woohoo! And then she's like, yeah, let me, wee, right? And then you're like, yeah, this is great. Oh my god, I love having on a mountain. This is wonderful, okay? And it's all fun and exciting until the crazy actually comes out, okay? Because it didn't go anywhere, chat. It was just. Here's what happens. When people start dating, people wear masks, right? And they're like, look at me, I'm not crazy. Would you like to do normal person things? Like go for a coffee? I would love to go for a coffee. I love drinking coffee. And then it's like, oh yeah, coffee. It's like, actually, I love tea. It's like, oh, you love tea? As the mask starts to slip a little. The mask is like, just starting to fall a little bit off my face. Oh, right? And then it's like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm glad that you told me that you like tea and not coffee. And then it's like, oh, actually, I like to drink human blood. Oops. It's like, whoa, what? It's like, oh, oopsie. Ah! Right? And then it came off, and then you're like, oh no, it's crazy. She's like, oh yes, I like to drink human blood on a full moon. And then your mask comes off because you're like, holy shit. Oh my god. I thought you were normal. And it turns out you're not normal. And she's like, oh, you think you're better than me? And then you're like, oh man, oh shit, oh no, I'm weird too. And it's like, yeah, you like weird crazy women, don't you? And he's like, oh shit, I actually do love weird crazy women. And then you liked when we had on the mountain, didn't you? It's like, yeah, it was so hot. I never felt more alive. And then she's like, oh, you want to do other stuff that makes you feel alive? He's like, yeah, let's do it. And she's like, okay, let's rob that bank. And what? I said, let's rob the goddamn bank. What? Why, you chicken now? He's like, no, I mean, I can rob a bank. It's like, okay, all right. let's get into the car. Let's rob the bank. It's like, are we gonna like do it after? It's like, oh no, we're not gonna do it after. We're gonna do it at the bank. And he's like, oh my god, you're so crazy. And it's like, I told you I was crazy. All right, let's go rob that bank. And then the lady's like, hello, would you like to make a deposit? Yeah, like the little, how they have the little hole. They have the the little banker hole, and it's like, hello, welcome to the bank. Would you like to make a deposit? It's like, I'd like to deposit these bullets in your head. Oh shit! Oh my god, no, please! I want to live. I have a family. It's like, give me all the money. It's like, oh shit! And then she's like, stop crying. I need the money. I have a family. My son just turned 3 years old. It's like, give me the money. And then of course the lady's like, okay, here's a bag of money. And then it's like, okay, it's like, oh yeah, baby. Oh, we got the money. We got the money. All right, should we go to a safe location? She's like, what are you talking about? We're doing it right here. And it's like, oh, you're shit. You are crazy. She's like, yeah, we're gonna do it in front of this lady. All right, yeah. Ew, this is so disgusting. I'm calling the police. I poked the panic button, and the panic button's like, rah, 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 rah. And the police are like, pew, pew. And it's like, come out with your hands up. It's like, there, hold on. Come out with your hands up. Give me the money that's in the bag. And it's like, oh, but I'm getting my bag right now. And she's like, yeah, baby, you like this, you like crazy woman. And then the guy, he's like, oh no, what can I do? I gotta shoot you. And then and then he's like, oh, I've never had a bullet in my butt cheek. I've never felt so alive. And then obviously you get arrested. And then obviously you go to different jails. You don't get to keep any of the money. Anyways, and then you're stuck behind bars. And you're like, oh man, damn it, that woman's so crazy. But I never felt more alive. And then she's like, I love you, baby. Do you wanna have like spicy phone time? And he's like, oh yeah, I love spicy phone time. Oh my god. And then you're in jail. And that's what happens when you date a crazy woman, okay? All right?